Round one is done of the World Cup. Now, today we got round two predictions. We're gonna be predicting all the scorelines for match day week 2, or we'll call it round 2. So yeah, let's begin with the games. Woo! I'm excited because round one was amazing. Most games, entertainment, absolute cinema. Let's see what round 2 has in store for us. We begin today. First game, we got Czech Republic versus South Africa. Honestly, guys, this game, first round, I wasn't impressed with South Africa versus Mexico. Neither was I for Czech versus South Korea. I almost said South America. So yeah, I think this game, I'll not overcomplicate it. I feel like Czech has more quality, even though they just play haram ball. Their Arsenal type team, throw-ins, corners, that's all they rely on. So I'm gonna be saying a professional 2-0 win. And yeah, Czech gets the win. Now we got Switzerland versus Bosnia and Herzegovina, you know. But anyways, just say Bosnia. This game, Switzerland did not look good in the first game versus Qatar. They drew 1-1. And Bosnia did not even look good versus Canada, 1-1 too. So both teams, their first games were 1-1. So I'm expecting much better from Switzerland going into this round. I think they have the quality to do it, especially versus Qatar. They missed a lot. They could have won the game. They robbed Qatar with that first goal of the penalty. But yeah, they missed a lot. The Qatar's keeper had a crazy game. But I feel like this round they're gonna improve, do much better. And I think they're gonna snatch a win from Bosnia and their haram ball. We're gonna go for a 2-1 for Switzerland. Now moving on to I'm expecting much better from Switzerland. Don't disappoint me. Yeah? Okay. Now Canada versus Qatar. Canada home advantage. Qatar snatching a last minute equalizer versus Switzerland. They didn't do much attacking wise versus Switzerland, but they defended well. They didn't concede. Only that penalty, which controversially was offside. So I don't know. Qatar got robbed, you know. I think I want Qatar to do well. I really want them to do well. I want them to win this game. Or even try to get another draw. But I think Canada with the home advantage, especially maybe Bombito and Alphonso Davies coming back from injury potentially. I feel like they'll have a bit much for Qatar, and they're gonna snatch a 2-1 win. 2-1. But Qatar could surprise us. It might be the other way around. It could be 2-1 for Qatar. If their attack clicks and they do much better and they wake up attacking wise, they could surprise everyone. I hope Qatar surprise everyone. But I'm gonna go not with my emotion. I'm gonna go with logic, and from what I've seen, I feel like Canada is gonna get the win. Moving on to Mexico versus South Korea. Both teams won their first game. South Korea won Czech 2-1. Mexico won South Africa 2-0. Mexico, one of their center backs has a red card, so he's not gonna be playing this game. South Korea, Son did not impress. He didn't have a good game in the first match. Lee Kang-in carried. And who was it? The other midfielder that I compared him to Vitinha. It was Huang, I think. Hopefully that's his name, if I'm not mistaken. This is gonna be a fire game. This is the game to watch. I'm excited for this game. There's gonna be goals. It's gonna be excitement. There's gonna be chances. I don't think we're gonna see haram ball in this game. This is gonna be controversial. I might be wrong, but we're gonna go for an upset win potentially. Even though Mexico are at home, I feel like Korea are gonna do it. I'm gonna go for a 3-2 Korea. 3-2 South Korea to win this game. Son better play well. Lee Kang-in pull up. Just to say this game could end 2-2. But I'm gonna edge it to South Korea. Especially after their first game. They really played well. Except Sonaldo. Wake up, bro. It's time. Anyways, moving on to the next game. We got USA Soccer versus the Kangaroos. USA played really well first game. They trashed Paraguay 4-1. Australia surprised everyone. They beat Turkey 2-0. Kept a clean sheet. Defended really well. Versus Turkey, who had the most shots in the first round, I think. 30 shots. 0 goals. Disappointed with Turkey, but Australia pulled up. They played really well. But I think USA, home advantage again. They have the attacking power. Balogun is in form. Pulisic is moving like crazy. Not the AC Milan Pulisic. This is the USA Pulisic. I think the USA are gonna win 2-1. That's my prediction. Could be wrong. I'm giving a goal to Australia because they know how to play on the counters. They're very efficient and they take their chances very well. Defensively, their haram ball is crazy. So I'm excited to see how the USA, America, break them down. And now we got Scotland versus Maghreb. Morocco. This is your game to win. You cannot choke and bottle it versus Scotland. Scotland won their game versus Haiti, but it's Haiti. Even though Haiti could have equalized, could have maybe even won if they took their chances. Scotland won 1-0. Morocco, they played really well versus Brazil. They dominated. Could have probably won that game if it wasn't for Vini's magic and Loki missing a few chances. I think this is gonna be a nice 3-1 win for Morocco. Let's go. Make us proud. Win this game. And Scotland, just keep them on 3 points. Because we want Morocco to be on top of the table. Team Maghreb, let's go. Now we got Brazil versus Haiti. Not much to say. Haiti, they're okay, but I feel like they're playing rugby. They're just everybody running. Chaos, tackles, physicality. I feel Brazil are gonna be too technical for them. They have too much talent, too many quality players. I feel like Brazil are gonna give them a 4-0 whitewash win. We got Turkey versus Paraguay. Turkey. I didn't expect that versus Australia. Disappointing. Arda Güler, Çalhanoğlu, Yilmaz, Artikoglu, Kokchu. Not good enough. 30 shots. Not even a single goal. Come on, you guys gotta do better. It's not the Turkey that I know. You can do much better. Versus Paraguay, they got trashed by USA, but they can do well versus Turkey. I feel like genuinely this is gonna be a close game. Genuinely. If Turkey take their chances, they're gonna win this game. But if they miss how they missed against Australia, yeah, maybe it's time to pack your bags because it's not looking good. But I'm predicting Turkey to win a 2-1. It's gonna be a close game. 2-1 Turkey. Now we head into a big game. Netherlands versus Sweden. Svenska. Sweden embarrassed Tunisia 5-1. Netherlands, they got a draw versus Japan. A good Japan. Even though I felt like they could have done much better. But yeah, I feel like this is going to be a close game. Sweden are not going to play like how they played versus Tunisia. They had open streets. They could just run and score. And the GK was bad. Amazing. The worst performance I've ever seen from a GK. I'll compare him to Lucas Zidane from Algeria. But yeah, I feel like Netherlands is going to be a close game. 2-1 to Netherlands. They're going to get their win. They're going to be on 4 points. Sweden will stay on 3 points. But yeah, we got Germany versus Cote d'Ivoire. This game I am so excited for. I cannot wait to watch this game. Ooh. I cannot wait. This is going to be such an exciting game to watch. But yeah, Germany beat Curacao first game 7-1. Take it easy, man. Germany, relax. Cote d'Ivoire or Ivory Coast, however you wanna call them, they beat Ecuador. They get a last minute winner from Amad Diallo, which they could have easily lost if Ecuador took their chances. They hit like the post twice and missed a lot. But yeah, who's gonna go on top of the table? Call me crazy, call me stupid, call me delusional, but I'm thinking of a 3-2 win for Cote d'Ivoire. Actually, I take that back. We're gonna go for a 2-1 win for Cote d'Ivoire. It might surprise a lot of people. You're gonna call me crazy. You're gonna call me stupid. You're gonna say I have no ball knowledge. I don't know what I'm talking about. But Cote d'Ivoire are gonna win this game. Come back to me after this game and you will know that I'm correct. Moving on. Ecuador versus Curacao. Woo! Ecuador better win this game. Curacao, they had a good few minutes versus Germany, but they lost 7-1. Ecuador could have easily won that game versus Cote d'Ivoire. They're just too wasteful. I feel like Curacao will get a goal. I'm gonna go for a 3-1 win for Ecuador. Yeah, Tunis. I expected you to do much better versus Sweden. That was your chance. In this group, in this tough group, that was your chance. Because Sweden, with half a leg, beat you 5-1. What's Japan gonna do to you? I'm honestly scared. I'm concerned. As a North African, as someone who lived in Tunisia, this is concerning. They sacked their coach after the 5-1 loss. They brought in Hervé Renard, the coach who was coaching Saudi Arabia in 2022 in the World Cup that beat Argentina 2-1 in the opening game. But can he fix Tunisia in 3-4 days? I don't know. I feel like Japan, they have too much for them. Too much technicality, too much quality. I'm gonna give Tunisia a goal, but Japan, they're gonna win 3-1. Low-key, maybe even 4-1. Now, we have Spain versus Saudi. Can you guys do it? Like how Cape Verde did it. And do even better. And snatch a win from Spain. Big old Spain. I don't know. Saudi played very well versus Uruguay. They could have won. But man. Uruguay had too much chances in that second half. And they got their goal. Al-Awais, man of the match. He saved Saudi. But Saudi could have won that game. Spain. Very stinky bad performance versus Cape Verde. Which Cape Verde I did put second in the group. But yeah. Didn't expect that at all. No one expected that. At all. I don't care how crazy you are. No one expected that. Like, even with Yamal, you can't win. Like, it's either Yamal or nothing. Come on. But I'm expecting this game Yamal to start. Maybe Oyarzabal up front. Oyarzabal had a bad game versus Cape Verde. But I'm expecting maybe the all trio to come up for this game. Yamal almost a false 9 with Nico Williams on the left. If this attack starts with Pedri, Rodri, and Fabian Ruiz or Gavi in the midfield, Saudi Arabia is gonna have a long day. But if Spain play the same way they played versus Cape Verde with that lineup, De La Fuente, don't do the same mistake, please. I want Saudi to do well. I want them to get at least a draw or even win. But I'm not gonna go with my heart. I'm expecting a 3-1 win for Spain. Yamal, he's gonna give them trouble when he starts. Start Yamal. De La Fuente, don't piss me off. We got Belgium versus Iran. Belgium drew versus Egypt. They came back. They were 1-0 down. If it wasn't for Lukaku coming in and changing the game, yeah, they would have lost. Egypt played really well. Iran, they played well versus New Zealand, but New Zealand played really well. I didn't expect that at all. Ended as a 2-2. But Iran, they're playing very well, but they're too wasteful. Same like Belgium, too wasteful. This is not the Belgium I know. It's a rebuild process, but come on, you guys can do better. I feel like Belgium can get the win if they don't miss a lot of chances, because Iran can score. But Iran, with traveling after every game and coming on the same day as the game, with the traveling, I feel like they're gonna be a bit exhausted. They're gonna be tired. I don't know if they can have the physicality to keep up with Belgium. So I'm gonna go with a crazy game filled with goals. 3-2. Belgium is gonna struggle, but they're gonna snatch a win. They're gonna have a little bit too much for Iran. So yeah, 3-2 Belgium. Moving on, Uruguay, Cape Verde. Keep it short and sweet. Cape Verde, if they defend like how they defended with Spain, they can do it. They can get another draw. But I feel like Uruguay, they have too many shooters, too many rockets. Valverde will be trying. Everybody is gonna be shooting. They're gonna be trying. Honestly, this game is either gonna be a 1-0 Uruguay or a 0-0 Cape Verde. But I'm gonna go with a 1-0 for Uruguay. New Zealand versus Egypt. Master Dunya. You gotta win this game. If you don't win this game, after how you performed versus Belgium, it's gonna be so disappointing. Very, very, very disappointing. So, I'm expecting Egypt to get a 2-1 win. I think 3-1, but with how wasteful Marmoush is, especially in the Belgium game, I feel like it's gonna be just a 2-1 for Egypt. Get the win, please. Argentina versus Austria. Both won their games. Argentina versus Algeria 3-0. Austria versus Jordan 3-1. It's not gonna be an easy game for both teams, but I feel like Argentina are still gonna get the win. 2-1 Argentina. France versus Iraq. Oh my god, I'm scared for all my Iraqi friends and brothers. If France play how they played in the second half versus Senegal, oh my god, it's gonna be a long day. صدق الله العظيم. It's ظهر أذان. So this is gonna be a long day for Iraq. I want Iraq to do well, honestly. I love Iraq. I love Iraqi people. But it's France. Their main attack is dangerous. The attack on the bench is even dangerous. It's gonna be tough. I hope Iraq gets a goal. Truly. But this is gonna be, sorry guys, but it's gonna be a 5-0 whitewash for France. Astaghfirullah, why did I play this? But yeah, they're gonna have too much quality, too much technicality, it's gonna be too much for them. And I don't know if they can pull up. Norway versus Senegal. Oh my god, this game. This is gonna be a game and a half. Senegal didn't impress me at all in the first game versus France. I know it's France, one of the favorites to win the World Cup. Not good enough. That front trio, Sadio Mane, Nicholas Jackson, Ismail Assar, didn't do well at all. Too wasteful, especially Nicholas Jackson and Ismail Assar. Mane was non-existent. Norway had a bit of a struggling session versus Iraq in the first 30-40 minutes. And then Jalal Hassan cooked Iraq. And Haaland pulled up. And he showed why he's one of the best strikers in the world currently, if not the best. But I think this is gonna be a... Ooh! It's gonna be a lot of goals. 3-2 Norway. And then we have the main event. Main event of the evening. Or say morning actually. الأردن Jordan versus Algeria. Jazair. Mansaf versus Couscous. Mansaf versus Shakshuka. Mansaf versus Mreish. Oh my god, this game is gonna be cinema. Oh my god, I can't wait for it to happen. Jordan played much better than Algeria compared to Algeria, how they played versus Argentina. And Jordan played well versus Austria, even though they lost 3-1. Few mistakes. They could have done much better, but there's potential. Call me biased, call me, I don't know what you guys are gonna say, but if we don't beat Jordan, اسمحولي, but cooked. Send the whole team back to Algeria. Just don't even play Austria. Go back home. There's no point. خلاص. No point. And even a draw doesn't do any favors for any team. So Algeria either win, or just go back home. I don't want to see you versus Austria. I'm gonna go for a 2-1 Algeria win. We have Portugal versus Uzbekistan. 1 second, we come back to Portugal. Ya Rab, inshallah we win. Because we gotta make it out of the group. We have to win. Portugal versus Uzbekistan. Portugal. Stinker. Ronaldo's finished. First game versus Congo. They drew 1-1. Uzbekistan. Second half looked better versus Colombia, but they lost 3-1. I feel like Portugal have to win this game. Whatever it takes. I'm gonna go for a 3-1 win. Uzbekistan can get a goal. England! Is it coming home? They beat Croatia convincingly. Looked a bit shaky. After the first 2 goals, they sat back, relaxed. But then they pulled up in the second half. Ghana, man oh man, you guys are gonna get cooked. It's not looking good after that performance versus Panama. Yeah, long day. You're gonna have a long day versus England. Woo! This is gonna be a professional trashing, annihilation, destruction. 5-0. I'm sorry, but Ghana not convincing at all. Not convincing at all. Panama, Croatia. Panama versus Ghana. I told you guys, embarrassment. 3-0. Whitewash, professional 3-0 win from Croatia. Colombia versus DR Congo. Republic Democratic Congo. Congo played well versus Portugal. They drew 1-1. No one expected that. They pulled up. They showed up. This means to them a lot. They could pull up versus Colombia. Colombia, they're dangerous. Congo, I hope they surprise us. It's gonna be a close, tight game. Cagey game. Gonna go for a 2-1 win for Colombia. And that's my game predictions for round 2. I hope this round is gonna be even better than round 1. I wanna see more goals. No more haram ball, please. I wanna see exciting games, goals, drama, chaos. Feed us well, round 2. Feed us well. We will be there. Thank you guys for watching. Like, comment, subscribe. Let me know in the comments if you agree, disagree, if I'm stupid, if my ball knowledge is bad, if I'm just delusional. Let me know in the comments. I'm gonna catch you guys later. Take care and peace.